Good morning, good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Good morning. Welcome to a daily dose of joy. I am excited this morning to share with you a poem that has warmed me by its light. A friend, Sherry, shared this with the original Giggler group that I host, and it is echoes and reflects so much of the passion of why I show up here every day and I'm doing what I'm doing and am loving what I do and loving my life. It's a beautiful poem called The Time of the Awakened Woman by Dr. Shafali. And it's from her book, A Radical Awakening. And although this is speaking from the voice of a woman, I think it can very much echo the transformational path of any man that is stepping into his authentic self. This is a celebration of our authenticity. All right, so I'm going to start with reading this poem, and then we'll go into a 5-minute slow-mo. Just stillness and quiet, and let whatever delighted you in the poem, just let that saturate you when we're sitting together today. Okay. And I'm going to read it because it's a little long, and here we go. There comes a time in the life of a woman when she discards her old ways like tossed shoes in the garbage, when she shreds her list of shoulds and obligations, and when impossible expectations are burned in the incinerator. There comes a time in the life of a woman when the approval of others, once jewels, now turn to pennies in her sock, when the hunt for another is replaced by the hunt for herself, and when parental tentacles of tradition no longer define her truth. There comes a time in the life of a woman when her desire to fit in with the crowd dissolves, when her manic compulsion to be perfect vaporizes, and when her obsession to be voted most popular eviscerates. There comes a time in the life of a woman when she simply says, no more. When facade, artifice, guile leave her nauseated, and when righteousness, dogma, and superiority repulse her, there comes a time in the life of a woman when she no longer fears conflict, but faces it boldly like a lioness, when she guards her authenticity as fearlessly as she guards her babies, and when she drops the role of savior, knowing she can only save herself. There comes a time in the life of a woman where she no longer cowers in the shadow of her unworthiness, when she no longer plays small so that others can feel big, when she swaps the role of victim for the role of co-creator. There comes a time in the life of a woman when she unabashedly and boldly occupies her ultimate sovereignty, when she finally feels ready to claim her space in the world, and when she redefines compassion as unequivocal self-love. There comes a time in the life of a woman when she finally releases her childlike dependency on others, and when she dares to rewrite a new mandate of living for herself, one that says, I release unworthiness and fear. I divorce severity and passivity. I deviate inauthenticity and enmeshment. I end the pretense of being someone I am not. From now on, I declare I will ascend into my highest power. I will embrace my great autonomy. I will celebrate my deepest worth. I will embody my fiercest courage and manifest the most authentic me. That time is now. I am ready to awaken into my renaissance. That's what it's all about. Connecting to our deeper truth, our true authenticity, letting that light shine, and knowing that is how we will be the hand lifting others up. Knowing that is how we will live in joy. Knowing that is how we will all rise. Thank you for sharing that point of focus on that beautiful poem with me. It felt so good. So for the next 5 minutes, I'm just going to bask in this feeling. I invite you to bask in whatever, even just a moment of delight that you found, and just milk it and sink into it. Take 3 solidarity breaths to celebrate that we paused in our day to use our microdosing tools, holding a place to play or rest. With these freshly dosed brains, may we go into our day and look for the places where it will surprise and delight us. I love spending this time with y'all. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.